Welcome to the podcast from the Swamp
at Baseball Park, Weiersburg, Germany.
Brought to you by the Solingen Alligators Baseball Club,
Smashing runs since 1991. Dive into Alligators Alley with your hosts Max Michalk and Bruno Römer
as we bring you face to face with the legends of the game.
Former MLB players, active coaches, and many more to come.
It's all right here, folks.
Let's play ball.
All right. Hello and welcome to the next episode of The Swamp. Today we have a special guest. We have Mike Butcher with us. Or is it Mike Butcher or is it Mike Butcher?
Butcher.
Mike Butcher.
Yep.
He joined us. Thanks for that. He's a former MLB player, pitcher for the California Angels, and went on to become one of the most respected pitching coaches in the game, I would say. Had a couple of years with the Los Angeles Angels as well, with the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, I guess. Is that true, right?
Yep, that's all true.
Nice. Also, you're a family guy. You're like 20 years married with your beautiful wife, I think, right?
Yeah, we're going on 30 years. Be 30 years this December.
Oh wow!
Crazy, huh?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
That's as old as we two are.
Yeah, it's almost like 15 years though, because I was gone half the time, coaching and playing.
Yeah, we're coming back to that later on. First of all, thank you, Mike, for joining us, and you have a little bit of time to introduce yourself by yourself.
Okay, well, thanks for having me. I played professional baseball. Went to college first, I guess, as a third baseman in northeastern Oklahoma. Played there for 3 years. I ended up pitching my last year there, and pitching and playing third base actually, and got drafted as a pitcher. Actually, was drafted as a pitcher twice. The first time I was like, "You got to be kidding me! I don't want to pitch." I was drafted by Cincinnati Reds, and then I went back into the draft. Got drafted the next year in June by the Kansas City Royals, and as a pitcher again, my scout Carl Bland was like, "Hey man, I think this is your ticket." Anyways, long story short, ended up signing in 1986. Played from 86 to 91 in the minor leagues, and then 92 to 95 with the Angels in the big leagues as a relief pitcher. I spent some time as a setup man and then a closer, and injuries kind of caught up with me, and ended up playing about 4-5 years after that. My last year playing was 1999, and we partied like it was 1999 then too, but no, that was my last year there. And then in 2000, I started coaching. I went to the Angels organization. Marcel Lashman talked to me and asked me if I wanted to get into coaching, and I did, and it was one of the best moves that I ever made. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Coached with the Angels in the minor leagues from 2000 to 2005. Left there to take a job with Joe Madden in Tampa Bay as the Major League pitching coach in 2006. Left after my first year there to come back really to the Angels from 2007 through 2015. We won multiple championships, never the World Series then, although we did win one in 2002. And then my contract was up after the 2015 season, and took the 4 years with the Arizona Diamondbacks as the Major League pitching coach there. And after that, I just retired. Got into consulting in 2021, back with the Angels. Loved it, but decided it wasn't for me at that time with my kids in school. My son was playing college, high school golf, then went on to play in college. And I really wanted to be a part of that. So I have 3 kids. My oldest is Madison, the middle daughter is Tatum, and then my son Brooks. And I just wanted to be around with them.
Cool.
And then after all that stuff, man, started a pizza business, and it's been crazy ever since.
Yeah. We heard about that. That's pretty special. That's pretty nice. But
Yeah.
Pizza is nice, that's true. I'm eating some.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. I love
but
it.
it's not the one from Mike, I guess.
No. Well, maybe I can
Delivery
send
time
one there.
from Arizona to Germany was a little too long. I was hungry already.
Yeah. My middle daughter was an au pair in Newtingen, which is right outside of Stuttgart, and so she just got back. She was there for a year, so we went out to visit her a couple times and went to a pizza place called Pepperoncini,
Hmm.
and really, I mean, it was really good pizza. Very, very, very good. Loved it.
Yeah, there is a new franchise in Germany. I don't know if you have it in the US too. It's like it's called 60 Seconds to Napoli, I think.
Mm,
And they made like a really nice marketing campaign. If you're interested in, just Google for it. It's insane.
okay,
It's 60
right
Does it
on.
seconds to
deliver
Napoli.
does it deliver to us, Bruno? Because if yes, I'm gonna order some fresh pizza now.
Um,
Outstanding.
hey, go on with the first question, Max, please.
Yeah. First of all, it's a great honor to have you, and you had such a good career. I have like the questions we wrote down. I already got like 10 more in my head right now. So we got to see how we gonna come from one topic to another. But I have to try and focus to keep those questions on my mind. You started your major league career with the California Angels pretty late, like when you were 27, right? How was it,
Correct.
and what was your proudest moment as a player? Like how was it?
Oh man.
Why did you start so late in the majors? Because 27 is it's not that young.
Right, right. Well, it's not that old, but I think most pitchers actually mature, especially as I coached for 20 years. The most pitchers mature around the 26 to 27-year-old age, and I think it took me a little bit longer because I was a third baseman most of my high school, college career, and then got into pitching really my last season in college, and then into professional baseball. I had a couple injuries throughout the way that's slowed me down a little bit, and then I made it at 27. My proudest moment as a player was making it to the big leagues. Really, my major league debut was in Toronto against the Blue Jays. My first major league outing was bases loaded, 2 outs, and I was facing Derek Bell. I think I had John Olerud on first base, Joe Carter on third, and Dave Winfield on second base. And I ended up striking out Derek Bell on a fastball. So that was I kind of floated off the mound right there. The coolest moment, though, one of the coolest moments, because somebody was asking me this just the other day, was when Cal Ripken broke the major league record for consecutive games played. I pitched against him in Baltimore the day
Oh,
that he tied it. I got him out. He hit a little kind of a blooping line drive to right field for an out. Tim Salmon caught it, and then the next night, watching him break the record, that was probably one of the coolest moments in my career.
mm.
Just everything about it, the aura of it, the president that was there, um, the fans, just the atmosphere was just so incredible and so beautiful, and just probably a record that'll never be broken. They said that about Lou Gehrig a long time ago, but now, you look at the way the game is played, it's going to be really, really hard to break that record.
It's 3,000 hits, right?
It
No,
was
games played.
yeah, consecutive games played. It was 2,131, and then he broke it, the next day of 21,000, what, 32,
Oh, mhm.
or 2,132, excuse me, not 21,000.
That's
So,
still a crazy stat. I just
oh
gotta
yeah.
ask, do you think in today's game you could have been because you said you were a third baseman and you could hit. Do you think you could have made it to the major leagues as a third baseman and a hitter, or like in today's game a two-way guy?
Oh, interesting question. I really do think that I was above average third baseman. Good range, good hands. I could feel the ball. I had a good arm. Um, not to sit here and pat myself on the back. I thought I could hit. I mean, I hit 379 in college. I had 12 home runs, in a shorter season than they play now, even. But, seeing major league pitching the way it is then and the way it is now, um, yeah, it may have been a little bit of a tougher road. I don't know. I never had the opportunity. I wish I'd have had the opportunity because I really, that was my first love, was playing third base. for sure.
What kind?
And to be a two-way player, if I'd have had the opportunity, if that was a big thing, then obviously I would not have been an Otani, but I think I could have got carved out some at bats here and there and held my own.
I think nobody can be a Otani. That guy is just
Otani
crazy.
is unreal sometimes. When I look at him,
Yeah,
it's unreal.
yeah, he can do
I
it
saw
all.
him. I saw him live when I was in Japan playing baseball, and that guy is just crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's just he does everything so easy, and I'm just looking at myself like I have to send my firstborn child to do close to that, and
yeah,
I'm never
yeah,
gonna achieve that. No way, no chance.
Um,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
He's pretty amazing player.
so Mike,
Yep.
you had like some issues with certain injuries. What kind of injuries did you went through, and what did you learn from it?
Okay. I had 3 shoulder surgeries, 1 elbow. I had a hernia early on in my career. Um, right knee surgery, left knee surgery. Broken right toe. Hurt my neck diving for a ball in Oakland in a day game. Ninth inning, I was going in for the save, and they were trying to bunt a guy over, and I dove for the ball. I caught it, but I hit my chin off the ground, and
Oh,
ultimately that was the injury that kind of really hurt my career more than anything else because I lost feeling in my hand,
Oh,
these 2 fingers and my thumb. So I went from a strike thrower that took me a while to become a strike thrower, to be honest with you, to a strike thrower to lack of feel and couldn't really control the ball like I wanted to. And that was in 1994. But what did I learn from my injuries? Man, it just, you never know. When you're looking at somebody, everybody looks healthy, but you never know what's going on inside of their body. So, as a coach, looking back, I never questioned any of my players when they said, hey, man, something's not right, because they can look healthy on the outside, but not on the inside. So, I think, but personally, resilience was the biggest thing that I learned, how to bounce back, how to get through things, being mentally tough. And, because it's not too often a guy will get through 3 different surgeries, and I got through 3 of them. The last one that I had it was called a spiral thickness tear in my shoulder.
hmm
It's pretty tore up, and I remember my doctor, Dr. Yoakum, said, "Hey, listen, man," he goes, "we're going to go ahead and do this surgery, but there's a really good chance you'll never throw again." And I'm like, "Okay, so how long is the rehab process?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm going to try something new on you." And so they did the surgery. They used to put you in a sling for like 6 weeks. There was no sling. I had full range of motion the day I got out of surgery, the day after surgery. They thought it was the medication. My arm felt great from day one, to be honest. And I was back pitching in 9 months. And I just did a lot of, I give a lot of credit to my physical therapist, Keith Coker. He's out here in Arizona. He's one of the best physical therapists in the country. And he rehabbed me. I did a lot of stuff in my pool that were exercises some other PTs a guy named Steve Lair gave to me to try and do.
hmm
And everything just worked out extremely well. I came back. I didn't, my velocity was great. Everything came back. So, and I think that was really more mental than anything else, just to want to be able to get back to the big leagues and want to be at a high level and compete. And I was able to do those things with a lot of help with some smart people to help me get to um, that position again to get me healthy.
And can you feel again in your fingers today, or is it still broken a little bit?
Um, it's I do this a lot. So the answer is no. I can feel, but supposed to stay away from hot objects. Put it that way. I mean, I can feel, but not. It's going to take me a minute to really feel if something's hot or cold.
All right.
So
so the
yeah.
pizza oven is not in your expertise.
Yeah, well, I do a lot of the cooking still too. I just bounce back all over the place in the kitchen there. So
Like,
yeah.
before we hop on that pizza restaurant topic, just one more question, maybe just quick and dirty. What was the toughest hitter you faced as a pitcher? Do you remember?
Man, yeah, there was a lot of them. If I say the one that was the toughest out, you guys will probably laugh. It was Tony Pena was probably my toughest out because he just fouled off so many pitches. But eventually I would get him out. Paul Molitor, Ken Griffey Jr., um, those two guys, man, were insanely tough hitters.
Mhm.
And, I almost jumped off the mound when I struck out Paul Molitor one time, but just his ability to see the ball so deep and then fight it off or hit a rocket off me. He did that. Griffey was a tough out. He hit a bomb off me. It was such a beautiful home run. I actually watched it myself. Like I'm like that's going a long ways. But yeah, there were several guys. There was a lot of tough outs in the big leagues. Yep,
All right.
for sure.
I always love when we do this podcast because we're two guys from Germany, and you just drop some names that I like Bruno and me. We play together on the PlayStation with like Ken Griffey, Paul Molitor, and you just say like, "Hey, I played against those guys," and I'm just like, "Well, I never did. I just play them on my freaking PlayStation." That's crazy. So
Yeah.
much fun. So then, after your baseball career, uh, what was the idea behind or like opening a pizza restaurant, and how was the process of like stop being on the field and starting such a important business, like
You
a good
know,
business?
yeah, after the 2019 season, my contract wasn't renewed, and I knew at that time I just didn't want to get back on the field right away. And so I just chose not to I've had plenty of opportunity to get back in the game. I just, it's just not, I'm not saying it's not ever going to be the right time. And the further you get away from the game, the further you are from getting back in the game, if that's what choose. I get my feel for like I coach kids, high school, college. I still work with a lot of professional athletes and do mental skills with them, mental toughness, you name it. But the the whole thing behind the pizza thing was during baseball, you're gone, 6 months out of the year, 7 months out of the year. And every off season, I wanted to be with my kids and get to meet their friends and their families. And so we put a pizza oven in our backyard, wood fired pizza oven, put it in. And I told my kids, I said, I want you guys to start bringing your friends over and their families over. We'll have pizza parties on weekends. Well, it grew insane, right? It was, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time. So it just kind of grew. Loved it. I wanted a good pizza. I felt like there wasn't great pizza at the time in Arizona. You're talking 25, 30 years ago now.
Mhm.
So, well, 25 years ago for sure. So I wanted to try to come up with something that I grew up on that was really good. So I tried to mimic some of the pizzas that I had throughout the country, from tasting through Major League Baseball to where I grew up in Illinois to thin crust to thick crust, you name it. So that was the idea. That was the inspiration to do something for my family, so I could get my family together with their kids and my kids' friends and families, and bring everybody together and have these big pizza parties. Um, Fast forward to not being in the game for 2 years, and I'm like, well, you know, my wife and I made pizzas at our family's restaurant, my in-laws' restaurant, for about, oh, we made 350 pizzas one day during COVID, so we could feed the employees. And so every person that bought a pizza was a donation to the employees. And some of the donations were amazing. $1,000 here, $500 for one
Oh, that's
pizza,
cool.
$100. Yeah. So the community came together. They supported all the guys and women at the restaurant. And my wife says, "We, a couple days later, we could probably do this as a business, you think?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it might be." And then one thing to led to another. Started a business about a year later. We planned a bunch of stuff and kicked it off. And it's just been, honestly, it's been amazing ever since. I never would have thought that it would go this well, but it's been really, really a fun experience. My my youngest one is a son. He's at University of Iowa, excuse me. And then my middle daughter just got back from Germany, and my oldest daughter is an esthetician. But my middle daughter is now in the business with me and helping out. She loves it. She wants to take it over at some point. And then I think my son is going to want to start doing that as well. And so it's just been a great experience. It's been really fun. Hectic at times, but very, very fun. Learning out the processes of making dough, and everything else has been extremely fun. And I've met some great people that have mentored me in that process. And I just can't thank those people enough. I mean, like true flour, yeast, dough, experts.
Yeah.
And I never would have thought they're like the major leaguers of dough making. So it's been really cool.
So
Yeah.
for my understanding, it's at the moment it's I say so-called it's just a food truck, right? It's a
Right.
mobile pizzeria.
It is a mobile pizzeria for sure, which is crazy because I was doing 200 to 300 pizzas a day in that truck, which is a lot more than most pizza restaurants do
Yeah.
in a brick and mortar. So it was pretty insane. We were doing it at a company called Intel, which makes most of the chips in every computer and every phone in the world. And so the job site was massive. And so we were cranking out pizzas like you would not. It was unreal. So it takes me about 90 seconds to make a pizza, and we were doing it by the slice, by the whole pizza, you name it. And it was insane. It was it was really cool.
All right.
Really cool.
You're doing like the normal Italian pizza, or you're doing the American one, the pan pizza?
Well, no, I'm not doing a pan pizza at all, but I do what it is, it's not a Neapolitan pizza, it's a wood-fired oven. So what I wanted to get out of that was the flavor profile of a wood-fired pizza and the consistency of the crust as a crispier crust. So that's what my challenge was in a wood-fired oven, and we nailed it. We've got it down where, you're eating a pizza where it's got the nice little corniche, and then you have the flat, you have the nice undercarriage, which is crispy, and it holds up. It's it's really good. We've had a lot of great feedback, and it's good.
Bruno,
I always try to get better, but it's right now it's really, really good.
Great.
Bruno, we almost got like one season of the Swamp figured out and done, and now talking about pizza, we're in my freaking ballpark. Give the fat guys a pizza, I'm in. Let's go. Finally,
Absolutely.
I don't know
Yes.
Are you
not so much
planning
about baseball.
are you
Yeah,
planning
sorry.
to have like restaurants as well, or a second food truck, or do you have one, or do you have two? Like how is this?
Yeah. Well, I have two food trucks right now, so I have another guy that's using one, former player that played in the big leagues as well, two-time All-Star, Shea Hillenbrand,
Hmm.
and he has one of the trucks. He's doing very well in that as well. So he's just, it's all the recipes, all the dough, all of everything is the same, and we work out of the same kitchen together, and we produce a lot of pizzas, and we do cheesesteaks as well. But there's multiple things that we can cook in that oven, but I can tell you this much: a steak in that oven is unbelievable as well. But yeah, Shay's doing well with the pizza truck, and what I'd like to do is continue to get more guys that are interested that you know want to do something outside of the game.
Hmm.
So
That's awesome.
yeah,
So the trucks are located both in Arizona?
yes, yep. I do have some interest out in California. There's some out in North Carolina, so it could expand, and then we'll see where it goes. I don't have any hair as it is right now, so I don't know how we can get that big, but you know, it's something that's on the horizon.
I can tell you if you're thinking about expanding to Germany, I have one guy who would definitely lead such a food truck. I think it's Mac's name, I guess.
Yeah, let's do
I would
hey,
be the
let's do it,
best.
Max.
I would be the best
Let's
customer though.
Yeah,
It would be
let's
one
do it.
pizza for you, one pizza for me. So I don't know how long we can get this truck to stay in business. I think
Oh
I'm
yeah.
the wrong guy for that.
Mike, are there any like yeah, how do I say it? Like lessons you learned from baseball that helped you in the pizza business?
Oh yeah. Yes, for sure. I mean, it's routine. You got to have a routine, right? You have to have a routine. You have to be able to communicate. You have to have discipline. I mean, there's a lot of things. Like when Shay and I are in the truck together, it's probably the most unison out of everybody that I work with because it's almost like covering first. It's almost like I know when I'm going to get the ball from the feed from the first baseman or the second baseman or the throw. I know it's coming, and he knows it's going to be there as well. It's just like the anticipation of, hey, I need this. I don't even have to say it. It's just already there. So just those little things. I mean, it's communication's a big part of it. Discipline, routines, those things all transfer over, and then work ethic. You got to have great work ethic, and I don't want to bag on today's youth, but it's a little bit more challenging, at least over here in the States, where a lot of people just don't want to work, and I'm only looking for people that want to, first of all, love pizza, have a passion to serve, and are great with customers because that's what helps get people to come back.
Yeah.
You have to have a good product, obviously, but you can't. The first initial greet of a person with a smile or something like that, it goes a long way in serving people.
Yeah,
So
So you
definitely.
you can't be like in baseball terms, you can't be 3 out of 10 and be a Hall of Famer in the pizza business. Like
I'd
three
be,
out of 10
I,
pizzas would make you
yeah,
not
I'd be
good,
out of
bankrupt.
business. Yeah, I'd be out of business for sure.
You say communication is the key, and us baseball players, we communicate in signs. Do you have like a sign with your buddy that's like, hey, that's a pizza margarita?
Hey, when we had one of the girls, her name was Jessica, working out in the front, so she's taking orders. And when we're on the job site, there's like literally 50 people in line at a time, and we're just moving like it's just cranking. So, she's asking for certain pizzas, and I make my own hot honey. So she'd go like this for hot honey, and just I'll take a pepperoni. She had all kinds of signs because we couldn't hear her, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's kind of a baseball thing, that she
It's a
was all into
baseball
it.
thing.
She loved doing it. Yeah, she was into it. It was cool.
If I think about a special day at our baseball park, the Swamp, the baseball park Weiersberg, I could imagine to have like a event, the Mike Butcher pizza event game day.
Yeah.
It's I think it's a lot of work to make it happen, but never say never. What would your alligator's pizza would be like a German pizza style? What would it be in your imagination?
Yeah. Well, you know, I think about there's a lot of things that come to mind. Schnitzels. I just don't know if a schnitzel would be good on a pizza.
I think though. I
Maybe.
think so.
But I think what would be really good is like just like the bratwurst,
Oh
grind
yeah.
up a bratwurst. I could do a mustard base as well, or a mustard and tomato base. Put the ground sausage or ground bratwurst on there with a blend of mozzarella cheese and Swiss cheese, and then top it. Now this is what's going to maybe throw people off a little bit, but you top that with some sauerkraut.
Oh wow.
Cook it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, right. And then after that, I take it out, and then I put the Thousand Island dressing on top. Maybe a little bit of American twist to that. And I'm telling you, it would be a banger of a hit because I do make a Reuben pizza over here, but I've also done that with a bratwurst, so I know it's really, really
Oh
good. And
nice.
I like to use not just like yellow mustard, but like a stone ground mustard to give it a little bit more kick.
Hmm.
And I'm telling you, I think that would be a great pizza for
Hey,
sure.
Bruno, whenever that day is happening at our ballpark, I already feel something in my hamstrings. I think I'm not gonna play that day. It already hurts. Coach, sub me out. I'm done.
Hey, Mike,
I
Oh,
can't.
love.
how far is the distance from Arizona to Columbus? Do you know right now?
To
Yeah,
Columbus?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. Columbus,
because we're
Georgia,
gonna be
Columbus.
Columbus,
Ohio.
Ohio.
Because we're gonna be there
Oh,
in
Columbus.
January for the ABCA meeting.
Oh, okay.
And
And
So
like
yeah,
you said,
that's
I would love to have that as a preseason, like your idea as a preseason pizza in Columbus. I would love that.
yeah,
Um, my coach wouldn't like that, but well, I'm not stealing bases anyways, so I'm good. Um,
yeah.
I'm hungry right now.
It,
God damn.
it wouldn't be that far of a flight, but it'd be really, really take a long time driving that truck cross country
all right,
to Indianapolis
all right.
or Columbus. I have relatives
Maybe
out there.
Uber. Maybe
Yeah.
Uber
Yeah,
will deliver it or something. They do
yeah.
everything.
So Max,
So
go on
coming
with
back
question.
from
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
yeah, I'm trying. Bruno, I gotta focus on the pizza right now, man. I'm hungry. Oh, come on.
I love
So
it.
it's hard, but we have to come back to your coaching career.
Yeah,
So like you said, you coached for the Rays, the Angels, and the Diamondbacks. Before I come to the question that's like, how would you describe your coaching style? I gotta ask one question because I think I just gotta ask it for myself. You coached one of the like you were in the clubhouse with one of the best baseball players there is. How was it being in the same clubhouse there as Mike Trout? Like I gotta ask, how would you like in intra sports or like in the preseason games? How would you tell your pitchers to pitch to Mike Trout? Would it be like, hey, just give him 4 walks, just give him a walk? That's easier for you guys because
oh
that guy
man.
is just special.
Yeah, yeah. Well, fortunately, I got to know Mike right when he signed, and then shortly after that, he was in the big leagues. I think at 19 years old. So spectacular player. Great speed, great power, great arm. He actually worked on his arm with Cole Calhoun. They play long toss in the outfield, and his arm strength got a lot better. I helped with the throwing program for that. But uh, Mike's a special person. He's a you know awesome husband, great dad, just a phenomenal baseball player. Unfortunately, he's had some injuries in the past. He had a pretty healthy season this year, so hopefully he can continue to stay healthy. And when he stays healthy, he's, in my opinion, undeniably, top three players in the game. So seeing him every day in the clubhouse, building that relationship with him over the years that I was with him was good. We still talk. Great guy.
So I started to
But
interrupt you, but maybe you can just ask him, like, hey, do you know about Germany? Do you want to come to a podcast with two German guys? Just
Dude, that would
maybe
be
just give him a
legendary.
little side note on maybe signing with the San Diego Padres because I need them to have a good player.
well, hey,
Just
Padres
saying.
have some great players, man. They just got to put it together. It's
Yeah,
tough.
like a
Yeah.
Mike Trout would put them together. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Hey,
I mean, hopefully
I
they get some surrounding and some good players to put around him and in Anaheim, and we can
I
start
tried my
winning
best.
there.
That's all I can do.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything. Ever since I left after the 2015 season, they've had a losing record, so it's been it's been tough to watch.
True.
Yeah.
But like,
But
what would you?
how would I pitch
Yeah.
him? Boy, I don't know. I pitch him tough. I'd try to, just hit my spots and hopefully for some weak contact.
Yeah, that
To
guy. Wow.
to wrap all that up, how would you describe your coaching style in pitching? Is there something?
Yeah, just, I think the biggest thing was building the trust with the pitcher, right? You have to get to know the pitcher inside, not just of what he's doing. on the field and just see what motivates him. Because contrary to what everybody believes, it's not money what that motivates anybody that's in the game. It's really the competition that motivates them and the will to win. And our job is to help them and push them and make them or demand things out of them that they know is coming from the heart. So I think what my coaching style was just pure honesty. Um, Gave them as much knowledge as I could. I read the data, I got the data, I put it in front of them, I explained it to them, and gave them a plan of how to attack hitters. Our plans were always good. They were detailed. They were um, well thought out, and I think that's it. They also knew that I loved them, so they knew that I care about them. I remember a GM that I had. I was doing my exit interview, and he asked me, he's like, "Hey, I need to ask you during batting practice after you're done with all your bullpens and all that stuff." He goes, "You would take guys in the bullpen and just sit down and talk. Why was that? Why did you not like the shag?" And I'm like, "Well, first of all, shame on you for not knowing what I was doing down there. What I was doing was taking pitchers or position players, catchers, whoever, in the bullpen to talk to them about life, about buying a car, problems with their girlfriend, problem with their wife, or, just anything that's off the field. Because if I could clear their mind and have them have a clear mental day at the ballpark, I would have the best version of that pitcher
Hmm.
or player for that matter." So my job down there was to talk to those guys just about everything, everyday life things, so that they could have a clear mind to go out there and compete at the highest level. So a clear mind for me was getting the best player you could possibly get that day. So that's what I did, and it would be a half hour every single day. We did not miss a day, and it went from like two, three guys to like, we could never have obviously the whole team down there because nobody'd be shagging balls, but we'd have multiple guys and just rotated every day, different topics every day. Players would bring up topics, I would bring up topics, and we would just sit there and talk about things and try to figure things out. And obviously, then we'd be talking about baseball as well. But um, you know, that part to me was the biggest thing that you could do is build that relationship to where they could open up and talk to you about everything. Then they just go out there and compete. And at the end of the day, that's all you do is compete. If you can compete, you have a chance to win.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a very nice point. That's also my philosophy in my mind. Like, you have to get a relationship with the complete team. Everybody needs to know each other at least like a little bit, to make progress and be successful. I think that's my opinion about it too.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
So, but what would you say is if you had the chance in like all of baseball in the whole game, if you can pick one pitch that you would be able to throw or one of your pitches, what would that pitch be? I personally would say Mariano Rivera's cutter, because that he just you know what he's throwing and you still have no chance. Like that's unfair. But like because I myself I'm a knuckleball pitcher. I also love like all of the knuckleball pitchers. Like Tim Wakefield is the reason why I wear number 49.
Oh,
So I
awesome.
would take that pitch all day. But what would you say? What would you say?
Man.
It's a tough question, I know, but we're not here for the easy stuff. We talked about pizza
Yeah.
already.
Well, I would look at something that I didn't have, right? So when I look at one of the nastiest pitchers I ever saw, and there was a lot, but Kevin Brown had the nastiest sinker that it was just absolute filth, like 95, 97 miles an hour that just fell off the table. So it was just a power right-handed pitcher, power sinker that even if you knew it was coming, you couldn't hit it, you know? It was just dirty. I'll give you a story about I'll name drop Michael Jordan. So 1994, we're out here in Arizona. We're on strike, and I'm hanging out at the ballpark in Scottsdale, and I get to meet him. So it's me, Chili Davis, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and a couple Roy Green, another player. Roy, I think Roy was I think he was a basketball football player. Anyways, we all go out to dinner, and then it's this place called Bob and McGee's, and then we head out to another place, and we're all hanging out at this place called Jets and Sticks. It's no longer here in Scottsdale, but so we're hanging out, and Jordan's got this whole thing roped off, and they walk us all in there, and he's like, we start talking. He's like, "Hey, man," and he's talking to Chili a little bit. He's talking to me, and Chili goes, or Jordan says, "Hey, how do I hit a sinker?" And Chili Davis said to him, "You don't." He's like, "Well, no, but I need to learn how to hit a sinker." He's like, "You don't." And then he looks at me. He's like, "Okay, can you tell me how I'm going to hit the sinker?" I said, usually if you're throwing a good sinker, the only thing you're going to do with it, right-hander on right-hander, is pull it foul or roll over it. I mean, if I'm throwing it in a good spot, which, obviously you guys make mistakes, so you can't hit it. But I said, it's not something you look for. If you're looking for something, Rod Curry taught me this. If you're looking for a pitch that you can't hit, don't look for it. You're just setting yourself up for more failure. So, so that's what I said to Jordan. I said, if you're looking to hit a sinker, you're out because there's the cutter that's going to go away from you, the curveball, the changeup. There's all kinds of other pitches that are hard to hit, but you're picking out the one that you can hit. So try to master the ones that you can hit, and just fight the sinker off as much as you can if it comes. That's about it. But if you're looking to hit that pitch, you got no chance. So that when you asked me like who was the coolest player or whatever that I ever met or one of the coolest moments, I got to hang out with him for about 4 weeks, multiple days a week with Jordan, and that was really cool. Loved hanging out with that guy, just talking to him, and had a great experience with him and Barkley and a few other guys. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I just gotta say, if you ever want to just after this podcast is recorded and online, if you want to share it with your contacts in your phone, feel free to do so. If maybe a Charles Barkley or Michael Jordan or Mike Trout or anybody like that wants to join our podcast here, we are open to it.
Yeah.
Just want to say we know that we're. I can't be serious. Goddamn, that would be so awesome. That would be.
Yeah, like, I don't. Hey, that was before cell phones, by the way. So that was '94. No. Well, at least with no flip phones or anything like that. I think they had the big old monster phones, but yeah, I don't have his phone number anymore. Another great athlete I played with was Bo Jackson. What a stud! That guy's unreal. Yeah. Yep.
And Bruno and me are talking about playing with like I'm playing with Bruno. That's the most famous contact I got in my phone book.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
Love it.
Mike, we are coming to the very last question of the interview before the rapid fire round, and I think that's
now wait, I got one more after that.
All right,
no, we got two more.
Then we got two more, but I want to go first. Looking back to your coaching career, what do you hope players remember most about you, having you as a coach?
That I was fair, honest. Those are probably the biggest things. Fair, honest. They knew that I cared. And I think the answer to that would be I still get phone calls or FaceTime with a large group of players that I had and pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that helps me understand that I made an impact in their, I don't want to say impact, that I was a part of their success in the game, and that they respected me as much to call me and reach out to me pretty consistently. So I think I did a good job doing that because I still get that, and it makes me feel really good when that happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Can imagine.
So after you said that, I got an additional question that I want to just say right now, and it is, what would you say is the pitcher you had the most impact on as a pitching coach? Like, because when I remember,
Mm.
for example, the Arizona, then or the California Angels or the LA Angels at that time, I don't know if that pitcher was in your time, but I'm just thinking of a Jose Quintana or like some pitchers like that. Who would you say you had the biggest impact on that maybe is still playing or had a great career?
Well, I mean, I was fortunate to have some really, really good pitchers. Jared Weaver, Garrett Richards, Irvin Santana, Bartolo Colon. Matt Shoemaker was a guy that a lot of those guys that, or Kelvin Escobar, a lot of those guys were already, they were very good. Shoemaker was one of the guys that just kind of put himself on the map with the Angels and then even continued to grow and mature as a big leaguer. I think he went on to Toronto, bounced around a little bit after that. But gosh, man, there were so many guys. Frankie Rodriguez, Brendan Donnelly. I would say probably the biggest impact was probably Brendan Donnelly because he was a 10-time released player. Um, Went into our camp when I was a minor league coordinator at the time. Actually, no, I take it back. I was the double A pitching coach. He was already 30 years old, and I was in major league camp. And some of the coaches were saying, "Hey, listen, I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he'll go to double A. I think he's just going to shut it down." And I go, "Well, let me talk to him and see what happens." So he didn't know me. I didn't know him. I'd been in big league camp the whole time. It's like one week left of minor league camp before we broke. So I walk up to him in the club. I said, "Hey, Brendan, how you doing, man? My name is Mike Butcher. I'm the double A pitching coach. I know we haven't met. Um, I'd like to speak to you for a second." He's like, "Okay." He's like, "Now?" He thought I was going to release him. I said, "Yeah." I said, "We can go into a back room or something." So we go to off to the side there, and I said, "Listen, man," I go, "I've heard great things about you, and just want to know if you take a chance, would you go to double A?" He's like, "With you?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll let you know in a minute." I was like, "Oh, wow, this is interesting." I said, "Okay." He goes, he goes, "We done?" I said, "Sure." So I walk away going, "Well, I guess he doesn't want to go to double A," so they were probably right. About 15 minutes later, he comes back to the coach's room. He's like, "Hey, you got a second?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I don't know who you are. These guys love you in here. Otherwise, I'm out." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I'll go to double A if you want me to go to double A." That's okay. So he goes to double A. He breaks with the team. Ed Lynch comes up to me. He's a scout as we're in Little Rock, Arkansas. This is 19 or not 19, it's 2000. And Ed Lynch comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, who's your closer?" I said, "Brendan Donnelly." He goes, "Yeah, good luck with that guy." I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" He's like, "Well, I had him when he was with the Cubs. He's probably not, he probably had a good spring for you and all that stuff." He goes, "But," he's like, "I don't know, man." He goes, "I don't know if that's the right guy to be your closer." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." I mean, took it with a grain of salt. I respected his opinion and his evaluation. He's been a great evaluator for a long time. Well, so we put in Donnelly the first game to get the save, and boom, home run, double, whatever. We blew the save. We lost. That was the last. That's the last time that he gave up a run in Double A. We sent him up to Triple A a couple months later. He's tearing it up. I mean, there's this. It was just really getting over, and for him, he didn't know who I was. He's trying to build his trust, but for me, it was more of a challenge because he's a tough kid, tough guy. And I shouldn't say kid, he was a man, a grown man. And I'm like, "Listen, man," I said, "there's some things that if you just change a little bit about your game or to alter or just, you're going to pitch in the big leagues." And he just needed somebody to believe in him. And he found that. We sent him to AAA. He had a great year in AAA. He didn't get called up that year. So he comes back in spring training. But before that, we had a big meeting about putting him on the roster or not, 40-man roster meeting at the end of the year. And Bill Stillman said, Butch, he goes, you love Donnelly, don't you? I said, yeah. He goes, you think he's a big leaguer? I said, yeah. He goes, we're going to put a 30-year-old guy on the major league roster. We're going to protect him. I'm like, he's going to pitch in the big leagues. And if we don't put him on the roster and protect him, somebody's going to take him. So we put him on the roster, goes up to the big leagues that year, 2002. What happens? We won the World Series, and he's a huge part of that. He was the one that was going there. I mean, you know, Manny Ramirez, one of the greatest hitters in the game. I mean, that was Brendan Donnelly owned him. So that's who Brendan Donnelly. I mean, Brendan Donnelly was getting everybody out, but yeah, he won a World Series with us, World Series with Boston, had a nice career in the big leagues. I would say that was probably my most impactful guy that I had, because again, 10 times released minor league player, makes it to the big leagues, and mental toughness, resiliency, you name it, he had it all. And yeah, probably Donnelly. John Lackey, another great one.
Awesome.
Um, but there's Scott Shields. There's just so many guys that I was fortunate enough to coach. I can't sit here and take credit for all of them. For sure, they're all good, man. They're all good. Joe Saunders, you name it. I mean, just a lot of really, really, really good pitchers that I had the chance to work with.
Mhm.
That's
The
first of all, that's a oh, yeah, Bruno, sorry.
the call up process as a pitching coach in such an organization, how can the German audience how is it? Like, are there certain statistics where you say if he reaches this in the next 2 days, or then we give him the chance to go to the bigs, or maybe short and quick? What are the indicators for something? Or is it very,
Um,
very individual?
it's very individual. There's no time. It's like whenever your time is, that's the time. There's no freebies. There's no like, hey, we're gonna give this guy a chance just because we like him.
Mm-hmm.
You got to earn it. You got to earn it. And every guy that's pitched in the big leagues or played in the big leagues has definitely earned it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm surprised when we I'm looking forward to when we have the first German guy pitching in the big leagues, because we got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of guys in the minor leagues coming up to. I think Sven Schüller made it up to the AAA organization of the LA Dodgers. Markus Dolbach, one of our best pitchers in Germany, also made it to the AAA of the, don't let me lie, Diamondbacks, I think.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, you know him?
No, I don't know. I know the
Ah,
name. I heard the name.
you heard
Yeah.
the name. That's
Yeah.
something. So we're in the game, and we got a lot of young guys coming up right now that are working on that. And so that's why I got before the rapid fire round. I got one last. I don't want to say it's a question, but maybe it's a business proposal. Because you said you're out of baseball a long time, or like a couple of years now. You like the pizza business. Your daughter was in Germany. So what about you just moving to Germany, maybe opening up a pizza business in Solingen as well, coaching us, being the pitching coach of our team, and maybe the German national team. Hey, German Federation, DBV, listen now. That's another guy we have to have on our coaching staff. Um, what would you say? What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I love Germany, so that's
Ah,
it wouldn't be a hard sell.
ah.
It's not year round, and yeah, depends. Depends
Uh,
how serious you guys would be.
Bruno, after that, we got a
But
meeting with the board because we got something to do right now.
but where we can
I'm just
definitely.
asking for the pizza. I don't care about the pitching. I just want the
That's
pizza.
right. That's right.
And I am asking for the baseball stuff because I
Ah,
think it could have a very huge impact. So serious talk right now. If you have like we are planning right now to make like a big clinic in spring training next year, like maybe in March or in April, at our baseball field, like yeah, during spring, having or getting guys over maybe Hensley Mullins getting gym Lay-Rits, doing certain clinics to have a real impact on the youth development in Germany. Duke and me are working on that right now, and if you, I don't know, think big. That's my opinion about it. If there is the option that you can come to Germany to help us out for a week or for a weekend, that would be great.
Well, if I'm flying that far, I'm not staying for a weekend. So, you know, I've met Jim Laird's great guy. I know Hensley, pretty good. I did some camps over in Curacao with him. But yeah, that'd be something that I would definitely take a look at and see if my schedule's open. I mean, by that time, my daughter should be able to handle everything here. We should have everything situated. It's our busy season for pizza, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
But again, if she's running everything smoothly, I wouldn't I wouldn't I wouldn't think twice about going over there and helping out. To me, it's about making an impact, and if you can make an impact somewhere else besides your own country, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Let's keep in touch
Mm.
with that one.
Okay.
Let's put the big brewing calling on there. We're brewing something big here. Love it. Love
All
it.
right.
Um,
Yeah,
so the rapid fire, you ready for the rapid fire round, or Bruno, you got another question? Because I would be ready.
just go for it.
He always surprises me with that. Um, so we're gonna start with the first question. Just short and quick. The best pitcher you have ever coached.
Oh boy, I'll say John Lackey.
Number two.
John Lackey, Jared Weaver. I get in trouble no matter what.
Second one. Go to pizza order when you're hungry.
Oh, cheesesteak pizza's amazing.
Cheesesteak. I get more hungry every time. Toughest stadium to pitch in as a player.
Oh man, easily Colorado.
Yeah.
That's a question.
One word teammates would use to describe you.
Loyal.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. And the last question would be, what is more stressful, bases loaded as a pitcher or running a busy pizza night?
Running a busy pizza night. Yeah, I had to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
great. But I love to see that
So,
there is that you have another big passion in life besides of baseball. Like that's nice, and you like can I say like you're flowering in that like a flower. You yeah, we can feel that. So for me personally, I can feel that there is a passion for pizza.
Well, thank you very much. I think a lot of guys get out of the game and they don't know what they want to do. And that was never me. I always there's so many things that I want to do in this world. We started a water company too called Hydor.
Mm-hmm.
Only water that I know of in the world, the only ingredient is water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called Hydor. Cellular hydration. We make it ourselves. Best water you can possibly get. Food grade plastic bottles. It's amazing. It'll be on shelves here very, very shortly.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be global.
Oh,
Yep.
you will be global.
I hope so.
Absolutely global. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay. Do you know when?
Yeah.
We can. No, I think.
Uh, I would say globally, it'll be a little bit longer, but we'll be up and running and for distribution by the end of the year.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the name of
If
the
you,
water again? It's
Yep. Hydor.
yeah, got it. All right. Thanks.
if you need
Uh,
international ambassadors for the water, it would be Bruno and me. You can always hit us up. You got our number now. We
you
may
got
not.
it.
Maybe after drinking your water, we will look better than we do tonight. And maybe the pizza. I don't know. Well, we'll just talk
You'll
about
be
it.
hydrated. I can guarantee that.
Yeah.
Hydrated and
Yeah.
not
We have a lot
hungry.
of
That's all
athletes.
we need.
Yeah, we have a lot of athletes drinking our water. You can pound this water. It's 32 ounces of water. Pound it. You won't get bloated. You won't feel slushy. It's amazing. It really is.
Nice.
I don't have to tell you anything about it. As soon as you drink it, you'll know the difference for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the end of the podcast Max will do. I want to say from my side, thanks very much for the opportunity to talk to you. I think it was pretty interesting not to talk only about the baseball topics, also about the pizza and the business topics as well. Really hope to see you in person somehow. Maybe, I don't know if you participate at the ABCA convention next year in January in Ohio, Columbus. Maybe that's an option to meet each other. Otherwise, maybe in spring next year for the opportunity to join our camps and clinics. Yeah, again, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, Bruno. It was a pleasure to meet you, and pleasure to meet you too as well, Max.
Yeah, I just gotta say as the last words, it's still an honor to be able to talk to guys like you. That first of all, I'm almost starstruck every time when you say the names that you do, because like that's the guys we play on the PlayStation we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And I just gotta say to everybody who is listening to this podcast, we're almost done with season 1 of The Swamp. This is like after that we got one more episode that's gonna be special. So just hang on. I don't want to say too much, but just thank you for everybody who's been listening to our podcast and giving Bruno and me a chance to live this dream of like talking to guys that actually made it in the big leagues
Yeah.
and helping us spread the love of baseball in Europe and Germany and giving us a platform to talk about stuff like that. I don't want to be too emotional right now, but like last year we started talking about having a podcast, and now we're talking to guys like Mike and also like Curtis last week, and we had Mark, was it Mark Leiter? Yeah, Mark Leiter and Jim Leiritz and Hensley Mullins and the other guys I'm missing right now. I'm sorry for that, but it's just such a great honor, like to be able to talk to people like that and make baseball a bigger sport in Germany and Europe. I'm just so thankful for that. So yeah, again, thank you, Mike. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
taking out a big time of your, like a big part of your schedule for the day. And yeah, just thank you very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Great.
Yep.
I will take the last words. I also thank Kai Correa and Sings for being on the podcast. All right. See you then. Bye-bye.
Cienko. Yeah, true. Cienko.